Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Base Damage podcast number 11. Thank y'all for joining today. We got Kool-Aid, and we got
Mr. Joe Schmo.
Hey, Ball.
And
Matt Brown.
Are you just putting Mr. at the beginning of Joe Schmo every single time now? Because you've said it like 4 times.
I mean,
Don't judge.
Look, I'm saying this because
Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Week after week, it's starting to become a habit, cuz.
well, my parents are referred to as Papa Schmo and Mama Schmo, or Mama Joe, Papa Joe, or something like that. I forget what we
Papa John.
Okay.
referred to me.
Ah.
Talking about on the trigger. Well, on the
Not sponsored, but
on the Thanksgiving
That'd be
one,
great.
you said Mrs.
Mama. You said Mama Schmo.
Mama Schmo and Papa Schmo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Mr. Schmo, Mr. Joe Schmo, and those are the Papa. That's Papa and Mama.
Okay. Interesting.
It just
Okay.
it'll randomly come out.
Okay.
It's an alias.
It's all good. But yeah, this will be the part 3 of the Love Live Sunshine set discussion. This week we'll be focusing on the last bit of the cards for the booster pack. It is the blue cards, and it is based off the 3rd years. You got Marie, Kanan, and Dia.
It's Mari.
Mari?
I thought, is it Mari or Marie?
We're
think it's
American.
Mari.
We're Americans. It doesn't
Mari.
matter. America. It don't matter.
I think it's pronounced Mari.
Tomato. I don't know.
Mari O'Hara.
See, when you say Mari, I think the prison, and I think like the hick town in the middle of nowhere. It's like
The fuck?
What?
Horror show, man. Horror show.
Harasho.
I mean, I'm being that
Yeah,
serious. When you say
sure.
Mari, I think the prison over here, and I think about the small farmer town that's by it, with the nice little like New York style sub
Ew.
shop.
Based off the 30 years. The fuck?
No, I'm just saying, man.
Before that, we're going to get into just one announcement. The North American, Latin American Continental Qualifier was in Los Angeles. Results for that got posted. We're still waiting for the actual decks to get posted, but we know what one of them is probably going to be already, just because everyone knows this famous name. Once we get down further, it was won by Rudro Goshal. I butcher that. Sorry. It's a Project Diva. Probably Soundless Voice. Could be wrong.
Most likely.
Second place was Yue Peng, was Attack on Titan, which probably was Core, because I've seen his name up before, or her name, I don't know who it is. I've never seen the person, but I've seen the name, and they are really good. Third place was Quentin Chan, and it was Kantai. His is probably like the yellow-green, but I'll let you know if one that
The
actually
Chantai deck?
The Chantai deck. Yeah, the Chantai.
Oh
Which-
my.
There was almost another Kantai deck in the midst of all this, as far as just like, it basically was kind of 4th place, because the top 4 was those 3, and then Alfonso Gonzalez, also running Kantai, and I've seen his name pop up before, but he got knocked out by Yue, running the AOT. So basically in the finals, it was Project Diva and AOT going for all the marbles. But it was 2 Kantai decks right in the midst of all this, so representation is strong. Vote privilege, motherfuckers.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. But, yeah, that's, also, we're waiting for Bang Dream. That's whatever.
Wait, is it Bang or Band?
Bang. It's a G.
Because it looked like it said Band when you had it pulled up.
Nah.
I was like,
Yeah.
But my vision sucks. So.
It's all good. But, yeah, that's just that, and, whenever the deck profiles come out for that, I'll be reading those. Anyway. Matt tries to hand him the glasses.
Actually, I've seen you wear glasses.
I did
Years
that.
ago.
6th grade was the last time I wore them.
Years ago.
Years ago.
You wore them
I
in
got
7th
contact.
grade one year. Or one day, because...
Should we just go
Oh
down?
yeah, because I tore both of the contacts I had, and I didn't have another pair at home.
Gotcha. Should we just go down the numbers, or should we? I wrote down the level 3 numbers first. Didn't know if y'all just wanted to go through the level 3s first and then go through that, or what?
I mean, it's your call. I mean, this is your show now. You take the
Well,
lead on this.
this will
one.
be perfect to open up with. Number 69.
Yee.
Oh, I got that.
And oddly enough, it's a rather good-looking girl on the
And
card.
it's
There you
actually
You haven't seen this far. You haven't gotten that far in the anime, so.
No,
yeah.
I have not.
Alzora.
Still.
Yeah, Alzora Jumping Heart Kanan. Level 3. 2 cost. She's a 9K, so you know that there's going to be some power boost somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
When this card is placed from hand to stage, draw up to 1 card, and this gains 2,000 power for the turn. There's the buff, and
11K.
Yeah, she's 11K base for at least 1 turn, and you draw a card off of that. When this attacks, if you have another music character, you may pay the cost, which is pay 1 stock and discard a music character. If so, put the top card of your clock into the waiting room. So that's when
Not
she
bad.
heals. It's kind of odd, but it's there.
Well, you can do it multiple times, so.
Well, you can because of the third effect.
Which is nasty.
When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, if Alzora Jumping Heart Kanan is in your climax zone, you may pay the cost,
She
which is
restands
3
too.
stock. You may stand this.
She restands too.
So
that is
theoretically, if you have enough stock set up beforehand, you can heal twice off of that.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Well, my only thought is, oh my god, what if you had multiple copies of her and had like all the stock in the world?
Holy hell.
That'd be
Oh
hilarious.
my god.
Good job getting me to 3-6. Now I'm at 3 even.
It's specifically when the battle opponent becomes reversed, so you kind of hope that you're able to do the reversing. Otherwise, that's a lot of discarding and a lot of stock paying. Well, I mean,
Right.
granted, if you don't reverse it, you don't have to pay the 3 stock. That's whatever.
You have to
That's
do a
what-
hell of a lot of side attacks.
No,
to
they
get
have
stock.
to. No, you have to. Well, you don't want to do that. By level 3, you're hoping to rate everything that they have and hold dear.
You're pushing as hard as you can.
You are. With this, you're not gonna be. You're not gonna be sharding. No.
I'm
Plus,
talking about getting the stock up
the-
beforehand.
Alzora Jumping Heart Kanan. Would you please look that up? See what that is. I'm going to be go ahead and pulling up the next level 3, which is 74.
I was just looking at
Dia.
the
Koini Naratai Aquarium Dia.
Her
Dia.
thing is 1K1.
It's Dia.
1K1.
They said Dia.
For-
Kana.
Did
For
they?
Kanans,
Yeah.
it's a 1K1
I
and
thought it would have been Dia, but they called her Dia.
That's weird.
Japanese. And what's the trigger?
Gate.
Actually, you're right.
Gate.
Pants.
Pants.
Okay, you're cool.
Gate.
Oh, it says gate specifically?
Yeah, it's a gate
Oh,
specifically.
it's the pants, you know.
Pants.
But it's
Pants.
level 3, 2 cost 10K.
Okay.
If you have 3 or more, oh, you're good.
Yeah, no, let me read this one because
Go for it.
this is the first skill is the Maki of the first set for Love Live. If there are 6 or more climaxes in your waiting room.
No, whoa, where are you on?
I'm looking at the level 3 Marie.
This is 74. I'm on 74, bro.
Whoops.
Okay, you can read that. Give it a sec.
Thing jumped ahead.
Okay, Dia, not Marie.
My bad.
If you
my
have 3
bad.
or more other music characters, this gains 1,000 power. During battles involving this card, your opponent cannot play backup from hand. It just straight says backup. That just means characters, if they have an event, to my knowledge, they could still do that as long as it doesn't say backup on there.
That's true.
During your opponent's turn, when damage taken by you isn't canceled, if this is in the front row, look at the top card of your library and put it on either the top or the top of the library or in the waiting room.
Dude.
So if you have multiples of those and you don't cancel damage, you can top check for each single one of those.
That's a great defensive card.
It's interesting because you can hopefully get down to the climaxes quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you check, oh, not a climax pitch. Oh, not a climax pitch. Oh, it's a climax. Go ahead, continue. Make my day.
Make my day.
Okay, now 75, since Kyle is so eager for these Maries.
I mean, foreign chicks, man. Anyway.
It's just a foreign chicks, man.
So this one reminds me of the Maki from the first set.
Marie O'Hara. Okay.
Her first skill is if there are 6 or more climaxes in your waiting room.
I will say it how I want to.
This gets -1 level while in hand, so you can call it out on 2.
Okay.
Then at the start of your opponent's draw phase, if this is in the front row, choose one of your characters, and that gets plus 4,000.
Yep.
That can be nasty.
So-
as
She
hell.
get big. I do that with the sweet stack. One of the Kosaki's has that same effect.
That
It's
gets
beautiful.
so annoying defensively.
And it doesn't say one of your other characters either, so you can pick it. You can give it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just says one of your. You could pick it to her, and she becomes a 14 during your opponent's turn at level 2.
Yep.
That would be fucking beastly. Beastly
Really
as
good
hell.
defensively. So
Holy shit.
okay, so that's the level 3s going
Back to 67.
back to 67. I skipped the very first one, which was no, that is the very first one for the blues. Alzora Jumping Heart Dia, which if I hadn't said it by now. Shout outs to Bentley on this from Waifu
That's what I
Wars. Dia,
I called it.
yeah, if I remember correctly, Bentley, if I'm sorry if that's not yours, but it's whatever. Anywho, level 0, 1K. When this is placed from hand to stage, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a music character, put it in your hand and discard a card. And then when this is placed from stage to waiting room, you may pay the cost. If so, if you do, draw a card. The cost being pay 1 stock and deal yourself a damage from the top of the deck. This is almost exactly like the level 0 Elia from the Fate Unlimited Blade Works second set. It's a level 0, almost the exact same. But yeah, so that's really cool. Next one's 68 if you wanted to do that one.
That should be nice.
I just found that to be interesting because you can be like, you can do that for the hand fixing.
Early hand fix, yeah.
And like we mentioned on the prior podcast, if you want to summon over it to go ahead and get that second ability rocking and potentially push yourself to level 1 quicker.
That's true.
It's up to you.
This one right here, I was looking at this one earlier when we started.
68?
Yeah.
Did you want to read it?
Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
Go for it.
This thing's got 3, I guess that's activated effects.
These are all auto.
Oh,
For the activated for acts, for when you're reading on this website, it'll say S. Consider the Japanese in Japan it's called a startup ability.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Japan.
over here it's act, over there it's startup. So if you see S, that's an act.
In Nippon.
If you see A, it's an auto ability.
I would like to say thank you for calling it Japan. I have my own nation now. Thank you.
I said Japan?
You said Japan.
I thought I said Japan.
Everything
You did say
makes-
Japan.
Yo,
everything
Japan.
makes sense now.
Are you the ambassador?
Ambassador.
But
Look, it's Japan. It's my new nation. Welcome to it. We're starting a sovereign nation here. Would you like to join?
I don't like you. Okay,
So number 68.
yeah, just
Alzada Jumping Hard, Mare Ohara. First effect, when this card is placed from hand to the stage, look at the top card of your library and put it either on top or bottom of the library.
Okay.
Second is when this card attacks, she gains plus X power for the turn.
Just leave it cracked.
Actually,
sure, but we don't want to disturb anyone else.
No one's out there.
There's 2 people playing
Okay,
Magic
go ahead.
and
It's fine.
that's it.
Oh, you're good.
Alright, you're good.
And an X equals 1,000 times the number of other music characters. So that could potentially be a
Okay.
4K buff.
When this attacks, gains X power X 1,000 times your other music character. Okay, start off, she's a level 1 3K.
So she's a little.
So she can become a 7 off of that.
Yeah.
Immediately. Then the third effect is when this card becomes reversed in battle, reveal the top card of your library. If it's level 2 or higher, you may return this to your hand.
Mhm.
Climaxes are considered level 0. And you put the revealed card back where it was.
This is
Nice.
kind of start. Okay, there was we discussed this on another podcast. We talked about there was a deck called Coin Flip Simulator. After I posted that podcast, people actually were messaging me going, "This is what," telling me what the Coin Flip Simulator thing was about. It was characters that would save themselves by revealing like the top card of the deck, and if it was like a level 2 or higher, people would purposely
50-50.
people would purposely put in more level 2 cards or higher level cards so that they could get those effects off and be able
That's
to not
true,
have to
'cause,
play
I mean,
as
if
many.
you run more level 2 and level 3s, you'll hit that more often, so you don't have to run as many level 1s because you can keep on recycling them.
Yeah, that's
So-
a bit of a gamble.
It
To have
is.
that many level
that's why
2s,
people
that
would-
ruins your 0.
It's
in the
level
late
2
game.
or higher, so they count your level 3s as well.
Yeah.
And depending on the deck, some people will run anywhere from 6 to 8 to 9, level 3s.
That's
It's whatever.
true. I've
Depends on
run
the deck.
9 level 3s in a deck before. So.
Holy hell, what deck was
That was
that?
Kantai, wasn't it?
Contact.
Fucking
I'm
figure.
gonna say it's not.
I think I said fucking figures.
Well, when I first
Cancer
started out,
guy.
that was super uncommon. Nowadays, it's not that uncommon.
It's just a funny little mechanic some people were making use of.
Well,
So
Even
it's
in
cool.
Bakemono, which doesn't have that many 3s, I run 8. It's
Okay.
because you always want to come into them when you have them.
But yeah, I was gonna say stuff like that, experience and stuff like that. You need to run to higher so you
Right.
can just sack them away and
Mhm.
take care of it. Okay, what are we on? 70?
Yeah.
I think that should be my next card. Yep. Okay. Dia Kurosawa. All right, number 70. Continuous effect. All your music characters gain +5. It's a 0/0 by the way.
0/0. It's a global 5.
When
Okay.
your opponent uses Brainstorm and the effect puts at least one climax into the waiting room, you may draw a card. If so, discard a card from your hand. So you basically can filter your hand real quick.
Yeah, if your opponent starts doing it, because then it's not like a penalty like how Hatsu does for the salvaging or anything of that nature.
This isn't a anti-brainstorm card. It's more like brainstorm griefing.
It's as long as they put one, you get something off of their brainstorm, which is really cool, and that doesn't cost you anything. You actually hand fix.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can discard the same card, or you could discard climaxes if you're about to especially say you have one card left in deck. Say you have one card left in deck, and this goes off. You could draw a card, continue the effect. You had to discard a card afterwards. You could pitch a climax, and that way when you refresh, you got that extra climax in there.
That's true. It's not a bad way to do that.
Yeah.
So you only draw one card then. You don't.
You only do
every
one
climax they draw.
Hers states that as long as at least one climax is sent off the effect, you get to do her effect. Hers doesn't proc for every single climax they do, sadly, unlike a normal brainstorm effect that would proc each time.
But there's no cost.
Or typically proc each time.
There's no cost for it.
It's not like Compass procs every single time you hit a climax. Anyway,
Compass fuck.
Compass fuck for the win. No, Compass fuck for the fail. Number 71. I'll get this one, and then Phil, you can get the next one after this. It'll be 73. So 71. Koi ni Naratai Aquarium Mari, whatever. It's a level 0 2K. If you have one or fewer other characters, this gains 1500. So she can become a 35. I like that this stacks. If you have one or fewer other characters, all your other characters gain 1500 power. Drop 2 of her.
And you're good.
And you are looking at 2 level 0 5Ks.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
You know, especially if you go second, boop, 2 5Ks. And your opponent's just going, really?
Yes, I am.
Did you really just do this?
Okay.
I would
by the
actually
way,
do that
1K1.
This is similar to
1K1.
This is similar to the level 0 Hanukkah in my
as long as you have one or fewer other characters, she gets 15. Yeah.
And she's already 25.
Yeah, she becomes a 4K. So only off of her own ability, and say if you play like a backer or whatever, she can become, especially if you drop that global 500 Dia, she could become a 4K off that. But if you drop 2 of them, they're each getting 15 from their own effect, and then they're each giving each other another 15 on top of that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I thought, damn, that's pretty cool.
I would still do that first turn, actually.
You could play the second one back row. Good point.
I do that.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, you can play this. You can play the second one back row, so that way you still have a 5K on turn 1.
Do that first turn and be like, hey, bro, how you feeling right now? You know you want this.
You know you want to use your level 0 reversers.
Come on, come at me, bro.
Okay. Next, Phil.
73. There you
go. Alrighty. Next one is Koini Naritai Aquarium Kanan Matsuura. Level 1, 0 cost, 4,500. Not bad. During your opponent's turn, for each of your other music characters, she gets 500.
Okay.
That'll usually put her up to a 65.
Yeah. Full field, defensive 65, not bad.
And her other effect is when your other music character attacks, she gains 500 power to the end of your opponent's turn.
Yep.
So she's a defensive nightmare.
Yeah. Think even if you drop all 3, they'll all get this buff. God. If you drop 3, they all get the separate buff when the other ones attack. But that means she can get a bonus 1,000 during your opponent's turn. And then her own ability on top of that with the full field, she can be a 75 level 1 defensive wall.
Not too many level 1s are going to get over that.
Not without climax combos and other shit on top of that.
Yeah, and like serious assists.
Nightmare.
Like 2K and a soul type thing.
Yeah.
It's not that not much. There are, but normal, I throw down this and try to wreck you. Yeah, that's not going to happen every single time. They're going to be like dropping fucking like level 1 cost vanillas at that point and going, heh. And then you're going, but you play in vanillas. But it's whatever.
If it works.
She's 73. You want to get the next one? Next one, 78.
I got it right here.
All right.
Okay, is this nope, this is an uncommon. 0/0. Gentle Smile Dia.
Okay.
Continuous. If you have one or fewer other characters, this gains 1,000 and the following ability. Character opponents cannot move to another
Character
slot.
opposite this.
Opposite this. My bad.
Cannot move to another slot.
Anti-runner.
She's an anti-runner, and it's if you have one or fewer other characters, so she can become a 35. Once again, on the whole, not playing everything on the fucking, for fucking first turn, defensively and offensively, these things just throw down and just go, no running for you. I think if you do that with that level 0 Marie, 35, she'll be a 5K. This Dia will be a 5K as well, and making anti-run on top of that would just be fairly interesting to see and watch your opponent just go, really? Really? Why are you doing that to me, bro? I'll get the next one. Oh, no, Matt, if you want to get to this next one.
Gotcha.
Go for it.
View from the helicopter, Mari. She is a level 1, 0 cost, 5,000.
Mhm.
1 soul, of course. At the start of your encore step, if feelings getting across is in the climax zone, you may send this to your memory. If so, at the start of your next draw phase, choose a view from the helicopter Mari Ohara in your memory and put it into any slot of the stage, and that character gets +2 level and plus 2,500 power. That's weird.
What?
That's weird as fuck.
Okay.
Blue stock plus
It's
soul.
quite weird.
You swing. Activate this climax combo. It goes to your memory. Next, your opponent does their shit. It's in memory and it's just sitting there like, hey, gonna come back. You draw, comes back, +2 level, making it a level 3, +25, making it a 75.
So this is the first time we've had a teleporter.
No, I've seen this before on other
Have you?
effects. Haruhi.
Okay,
Haruhi
well.
had stuff that does that.
But
I saw Madoka cards that did this.
I've never run any of them.
There's a rider that does it as well.
It's a teleporter. How interesting.
Now here's the thing. It just says at the start of your encore step. It doesn't say that it has to be rested. It doesn't say whatever. So, what's the climax, Joe?
Blue stock 1 soul.
So if you absolutely had to, you can reverse her. You can suicide with her for just trying for the damage. Climax combo goes to memory, saves itself. Comes back bigger with a vengeance. Only thing is she is at level 3 at that point. If your opponent wants to do stupid shenanigans of anti-change.
That's true. There's definitely a weakness there.
I mean, that's whatever. Considering you have empty slots now, your opponent swinging empty slots may, it has a higher chance of canceling at that point. So you may still stay at level 1 for all we know. Cool. That was 89. The next is 92.
I got that.
You got it?
Because I already have the climax pulled up with it. Okay. Feelings not realized, Marie.
See, now you're saying Marie.
I've been saying Marie.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind.
How to show.
It's a level 2 pay 2, 7,500. First skill. If there are 3 other music characters, this gains +1 level and 1,500 power.
We would not invite you for Reading Rainbow.
Nope. Reading Rainbow would hate me.
So she could be a 9.
She'll be a level 3 9.
Yeah, you're right.
Then the climax, when we want to shine, Marie, Kana, and Dia is placed on your climax zone, which is another blue stock +1 soul to everyone.
Cool.
If this card is in the front row, you may pay the cost, which is 2. You search your library up to 1 level 2 or lower character with either Marie, Kana, or Dia in the name, and put it into an empty slot on the stage, and then shuffle.
See, I really like this, how you're pulling stuff out from the deck. Now, it just says level 2 or lower character.
No cost, doesn't specify for a cost. So
now, here's the thing. It just straight says level 2. It doesn't specify a cost. You could grab another copy of her that's a cost 2.
Yeah, you can put it on the field, but you can't activate its effect.
You couldn't activate its effect, sadly, but that's whatever. But you could just being able to pull out extra characters straight from the deck would be really funny. And very, very useful by far.
This set's going to be rage-inducing playing it against it.
Bruh, anything I play apparently is rage-inducing to you.
Well, okay, I can understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about this is even scarier because you can look at your opponent's hand and go, oh, they've only got 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
And then they can just start playing shit and just start teleporting characters in and shit. Okay?
Yeah. No, that's fun.
No, it's going to be so annoying because I can tell it's going to be coming.
Yeah. It also says just put it into empty slots, so if you wanted to put, I don't know,
row,
like a
front
back row
row
level assist or a back row global whatever, and just be able to fill up your stuff. Like, say if you play 2 of them, and you swung, give everybody a buff. Swing with another, summon something else that's going to attack. Considering at that point it would be under the buff from the the climax, extra soul. Just pulling out characters to swing with, really fun. Okay, last one, which we're actually really good on time, so we're going to talk about some other stuff on top of this. 95 is Truth Behind the Name. It's a level 1 event. Insert any other event that does this from other sets, but I like it. It's fun. Look at up to 4 cards from the top of your library and search for up to 1 music character from amongst those. Reveal it, put it into your hand, put the rest into the waiting room. It's Drum Barrels from Kantai. It's a couple other ones, but the fact that they put that in, I like.
They've got a version for Berserker, don't they?
That's Berserker's Will. It's not exactly that. Plus, you have to sack a character.
Oh,
no. You're right. It's not a Berserker character. It's actually Caster on the card. It's Encounter on the Rainy Day or in the Rainy Day. Yeah. It's same thing.
Odd card.
But yeah, no, that's the other thing, and it's got a picture of Dia up there. So
no, I was mistaken. The one I was thinking about was a backup. For
which one?
Prisma.
Oh,
not Prisma.
Yeah, the one you're thinking that's Berserker's Will, and that is that's an event. That's a counter event.
Okay, it is a backup.
Here, let's talk about the Time Lost event.
I actually just pulled that up, so I figured might as well.
Okay, reveal the top card of your library.
It's a level 2.
It's level 2, pay 1.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a level 1 or higher, put 1 card from the top of your clock into the waiting room.
Okay.
Choose one of your characters, and that character gets plus 4,000 to the end of your opponent's turn. And then put this card into memory.
Cool.
Climaxes are referred to as zeros.
Okay.
And put the card back where it was.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Let me go ahead, pay 1, heal 1, then give you plus 4,000.
Potentially heal
Can't
1.
touch me till my next turn.
Now, here's the thing. Do you not get any of those effects if it's not level 1 or higher?
No, you pay 1 up, and then GG, you just paid 1 star.
Okay, and then you put this into memory regardless.
Yes.
Like, if you just don't get the heal 1, that's one thing, but you don't get any of this. And if it's a guaranteed level 1 or higher, you're good. See, that would combo with the top checker Rico.
Yeah.
Be able to see, okay, what is this? Okay, I get the burn, I get this other effect that's about to murder. Wait, was that Rico or is that something else? Whichever one.
It's hard to remember. It's been a little while.
Whichever was the one that did the burn and then did the heal and then did
that
whatever. Or
I think it was a Rico.
It was a Rico that did the they did the top check.
Excuse me.
I know, right?
Oh Lord, passing it around.
You could do that
Your
and then
turn.
play. Yeah, I know, right? And then play this as long as you know it's a level 1 or higher. Actually, it's funny. It says level 1 or higher. It doesn't say if it's a level 1 or higher character. So if you reveal Time Lost off of it, another Time Lost off the top of your deck, you could do that. And then all these effects go off. Heal 1, buff 1, and until the end of your opponent's next turn. That's a big 4K buff. So, good point. Since we have so much time left, that's actually...
I got one.
Go ahead.
Number 91. First live, Kana Matsuura. Level 2, cost 2, 7,500 beat stick, 2 soul. Continuous effect. If all your characters are music, she gains an auto encore, or it's a character encore. Discard a character from your hand to the waiting room.
Okay.
She's got an auto effect when this card attacks. If you have 3 or more music characters, this card gains 2,000 power for the turn.
Good.
Her last effect, kind of, you basically you take a damage off the top of your deck and draw a card.
Okay.
When your opponent becomes reversed.
Okay.
What's made?
So you kill the opponent, you take a damage, and then you draw a card.
I mean, if you just hit level 2, that 1 damage isn't going to matter. Or if you're like early into level 2,
That's true.
that 1 damage is not going to matter.
But
Obviously,
later,
if it's pushing you to like level 3, mid battle phase, that's going to suck. Because if you,
because at that point it's a gamble.
Because someone, I forget who I was playing today, that I had to basically push myself. I had to purposely brainstorm to push myself to level 3
That
to be
was
able
me.
to continue playing. Okay, cool. That was you. To specifically be able to play out my combos and do my shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
This happens mid battle phase. You wouldn't be able to do this, and like I did, be able to play a level 3 right after. You wouldn't be able to play the level 3. You'd be like, sucks.
That's still not bad.
No, not the card. The situation would suck.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is still a pretty cool card. And then on top, I mean, regardless, she's a 95.
Yeah.
95 cost 2,
Plus
level 2.
she's gonna get that character encore, so
Yeah.
you can sit on her for a little while if you want to.
True.
Number 88's not that bad. but
88.
You gotta have
didn't
you gotta
have
have a ruby character out there because it says when this is placed from hand to stage, if you have another character with ruby in its name, she gets another 2K for the turn.
Well, I mean, that's
She's
still
5K
good.
already.
So that's actually where I wanted to go ahead and lead into this because I wanted to talk about this either as in this podcast or in another podcast. Is if you wanted to do all one color or if you wanted to mix colors, where would you be doing that type thing? And this is already saying you gotta have a ruby at she's a level 1. So sure, there's like back row rubies that you could put. Excuse me, I have to shuffle here. But you're gonna be splashing in red at that point.
They're trying to get the sister complex going for that.
Well, yeah, true, because Dia and Ruby are sisters.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Well, no, I'm not gonna lie. If you haven't watched it at this point, still, it's
Yeah.
Even though it's one of the newer ones from this year, it's still this year. Yeah, it's still
Like what,
this
spring or something? I don't
year.
forget.
I don't know, but still, you've had a while to do it.
Yeah, but it's the fact of either trying to do two because there's no green. You're only going to be doing either 1 color, 2 color, or 3 colors. Sorry for those who have the boner that want to play all 4 fucking colors. Shout outs to that Nisekoi dude. No offense against him. I just look at a 4-color deck and go, oh my god, this clusterfuck.
How?
I'm not saying it doesn't work because, I mean, shit, the
It
dude
worked. What
got
was it,
second or third?
Something like that.
Yeah, he got up there. He did really well with
With
an
a
all
full spread deck.
full spread deck, not just splashing in all the colors at level 0. It was across the board. It was across the levels. He had multiples of each of these colors. And it was really cool how when you look at it and you go, okay, I kind of see how this would work, but obviously the person making the deck and playing the deck is going to know how to run it better. But I see a 4-color deck and I go, I can't do it. I have a fun enough time just running a 3-color Kantai deck.
Yeah, 87's pretty good because it's Beloved Onechan Daya Kurosawa. Level 1, no cost, 5K, 1 soul. Continuous effect. During battles involving this, no player can play backup from hand.
Mm-hmm.
That can save your bacon.
That's true.
Go ahead and look at this climax. Favorite 2?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The auto effect is pay 1 when this attacks. If favorite 2 is in the climax zone, you may pay the cost. If so, draw a card. Hand fixing, it sounds like.
No, hand fixing is where you would draw and then discard a card.
Yeah, my favorite
Or draw
one.
2 and
Get rid
discard
of
a
shit
card.
that you don't need.
1K1 salvage.
So, okay, 1K, it's
I think
blue?
It's a book? Yeah.
Okay, 1K1,
I think
draw
it's
a card.
book. I cannot tell.
It'll
from
say
this.
in the trigger. No, it won't. Let me see. I got it.
I can't. What reference card? What
It's
this
cool.
do? What this do? That.
Yeah, it's a book. You're fine. So it's a draw card off the climax if the climax is a trigger.
1K1 draw a card.
So
you can potentially draw 2 cards off of this shit.
usually the hand fixing is where you're wanting to pitch extra climaxes in hand, or pitch characters to the waiting room that that's off blue. Say if you're doing like mixing in the red, as in you got the Ruby Dia sister combo, sure. If you're doing that, you may have this as one of your climax combos and a salvage, the salvage 1K1 trigger as well from the second years. So say if you did have a hand fixing thing like that and you could set up, hey, I'm going to just drop this level 3 for this cost. I drew a card, I'm going to pitch this level 3, I'm going to swing with this, salvage trigger, get back to that level 3 lols.
Rafflecopter for the win.
Rafflecopter for the... No. But yeah, no. I had
So basically, this just mills your deck a little bit.
Not mill. Mill is if you send from the deck to the waiting room. This just increases hand advantage.
This just thins it out and it gives you more shit to choose from.
This increases hand size more than anything, especially if if you have the extra stock and you're able to play more than one. And it's also, what was the number? I'm sorry, I had to bounce to the climax.
87.
It was 87.
Beloved Onechan.
It's on attack, not on reverse.
That's
so
true.
it's a 1K1, so she's gonna be like a free 6K before anything else.
It's an important designation.
Your opponent no player can play backup from hand. Sure, that hurts you from being able to save her if your opponent can get over her, but it keeps from your opponent being able to back up as well. because you're hitting with a 6K, you're probably going to kill something. You may end up killing something depending on what other buffs you have going on, considering there's a decent amount of buffs in here. And it's on attack. So you ain't got to worry about reversing anything. You can just swing, pay the cost, draw cards, and even if she ends up dying off of it. Dying. No, bad.
Bad.
Damn it, Barb.
I know, right?
Bad.
But that was, okay, I had a funny thought, and that was in each of these colors, there is at least one level 3 that can be played earlier. So I had a funny thought of if you only ran level 3s that did that, was the come out early type thing. As a thing, that's whatever. Or as far as just what level 3 combinations would be good, you had some cancel burn. I think that was off of Ruby from the first one. I had to double check.
See, what I would want to do.
Go ahead.
Is I would do the level 3U.
Of course you would do the level 3U.
I mean, I would do here and here. So that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I would run at least 4 of those or like 3 of those, and then run some Yakisobe. I would like 2 of those. You know why? Because I like the troll.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to troll something.
Yakisobe.
Understandable.
Plus her effect I kind of like. So
yeah.
You've got a point on those.
That's how I do it. But
Yakisobe's
going back
underrated.
to just like building a deck.
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm feeling like, because I had to sit there and decide on what I want to build it around. Because that's how I go about decks.
True.
I pick something. I pick something to build around. So if I want to troll like the Yakisobe, or I'm sorry, I'm butchering. I'm too tired. I haven't slept in like 24 hours. Okay, let me be.
Bitch.
I would do make a troll deck around that, or if I wanted to do like the first year, second year, third year, or I don't know if there's enough cards to make a single girl deck yet.
Not yet.
Definitely not.
It'd have to be a combo.
Probably at the least you would have to be able to do is at
Splash
least
a
off of
little
2
bit.
characters.
I could
Like
probably
Dia and
splash
Ruby.
a little bit.
I mean that seems like it'll be a fun little combo anyway, because obviously
Sisters.
Sister.
I think there's a Ruby card that says Dia.
I thought you were gonna say Nico.
No,
I was like, whoa,
he's
whoa,
right.
whoa.
There was a Ruby that stated if Dia was on the field, she got a buff. It was a level 1 45 that became a free that we got like a plus 1500 if you controlled a Dia, which one of the Dias was a global 5, the Brainstormer one.
Yeah.
So if you have that and that, you have a free 65 beat stick Ruby that's just gonna go or whatever sister. I'm gonna give my Rubesti.
Okay, here's another good one. 84. I don't know if you. I mean, this one can get fucking huge right off the bat.
Hold tight. Oh, okay, Dia. Gotcha.
Yep. Pretty dance.
Dia
Kurosawa.
When this attacks at the level of the character opposite this is 3 or higher, this gains 3,000 power to the end of the opponent's next turn. If this attacks, if we want to shine Marie, Conan, and Dia, it's in the climax zone. This gains 35 power and the following ability for the turn. When the battle opponent, if this becomes reversed, we put it on the bottom of the library.
That's pretty nasty.
It would be better, personal opinion, be better if we put it on top of the deck, because
That's
then you could try to go for confirmed damage. Granted, yes, you're right, that gets huge, and that becomes a base
13.5.
3.
10k off the first ability she's fighting.
It becomes
a level
10k
3.
if it's fighting level 3.
And if you have the climax combo to go with it, she becomes a 13.5.
What's the
right
climax?
There. We want to shine Mari.
I'm trying to like the stats of it.
I
Okay,
thought we
it's
looked at
a
that one.
no, we didn't.
Okay,
Oh no, we did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
So this shares a climax combo with another card. Blue card from waiting room into stock, and soul across the board. Okay,
No extra buff. That kind of sucks.
that's whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. She's like
extra soul.
at this point,
And that's
she's
not
a
including
13.5.
what kind of globals you've got.
That's
You got that global Dia 500. She's 14, a level 2 14 going.
Or if you got, what was it, that one Mari that you could give 4,000 to?
Yeah.
Holy
That's true.
shit.
You've only
Well,
got
no,
2.
that's on your opponent's turn.
That's
So
right.
that's not gonna be worried about.
That's right.
And then we've come across a couple that gave 4,000 on your turn, right?
No, the ones for that effect specifically is I've seen that as a defensive ability on a couple different characters from a couple different sets, which it is at the beginning of your opponent's turn, give a character 4K. There are
That's
some
only ever defensive.
Not always. I mean, obviously if it says during your opponent's turn, sure, yeah, that's defensive. I think there was one other card I remember seeing that did that like at the beginning of your draw phase, but that means it had to have survived the turn. It could give a big buff.
That's true.
I just forget what the set was. But no. As far as that's all cool. As far as like the combining of colors and or if you were to go off of one single color from this, what would it be? If you were to pick, because we talked about each of the first year, second year, and third year. Obviously, if you wanted to do so, you'd have to pick probably around those the 3 from each. Personally, I'm liking the yellow and the red. Like blue is still cool, but if I had to do a monocolor deck, I would probably end up picking from yellow or red.
I would choose red. Not because of you, but because of all the.
Well, one that does the heal and the burn. That's really nice.
That and the salvage on play level 3. That's the
you. That's the you.
She salvages and she has the potential to heal and
think
burn.
If you played one of her, grab another of her. Play that one, grab another of her.
God.
3 confirmed damage.
Potential heal 3, potential 3 damage, off of just them just attacking.
Yeah, that's dirty.
I had to go back and look at it. Sorry. It's 40. That's Rico. I'm sorry. Fudge. 40. No. 36. So doing a jump back. It was 36. The Alzora Jumping Heart. You, on play, you salvage a music character. So it's no cost to that. So as long as you had it's like you do, Matt, with the Senjo Kaharas.
Or the Tea-Time
Congos, exactly. I specifically thought Senjo off that because I'm still getting used to you playing Contact.
Yeah.
But specifically the Senjo Kahara of, I have more, especially if you did do Brainstorm and put more copies of her in the waiting room, play her, grab another copy of her. Play her, grab another copy of her. Oh, go ahead, bro.
This is for a to-do list for you on your downtime. Don't worry about it.
Oh, go for it, bro. Oh, you're making the list for it. Yeah, I got you. But yeah, and then it's just pay 1 when it attacks. Pay 1, discarded music. That ain't no problem. So I can understand that being fairly interesting combos. But that's personal opinion. I would do either a mono yellow, mono red, or a mix of the two because I do like the cancel burn.
Yeah, I do like
from the yellow.
Some of the yellow as well.
What would y'all? You said red.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of torn between the red and the blue.
There's
some good shit in the blue.
The blue is strong. I will say
strong as hell.
So especially like the cards that pull out from the deck or from the waiting. Well, from the waiting room was from the red, from the red half of it. But just being able to having run the Hunkers deck and being able to just straight pull characters out from the deck, you don't play nearly as many cards from hand. You may end up paying the more stock than you want to at the time. But if it lets you maintain hand advantage, which a lot of players, should I say thrive near about, but rely on that hand advantage so much more because you don't want to be level 3 with next to no cards in hand or just a few cards in hand.
Yeah.
Maintaining hand advantage over the course of each game, everyone tries to go for type thing. So being able to just go, I only play 2 characters or play 1 character. Well, for me, say with the Hunkers, I play the 2 copies of I could just play 2 copies of the Hunkers from hand. Not have to play anything else from hand. Play the Climax combo, the +2 soul, and get a level 1 cost 1, the Door to Our Dreams Hanukkah, onto the field to be able to attack because she gets huge. It's a +2 soul, but that's whatever. You play her, or I can either go for one of the Global 500 Hanukkahs, play in the back row because you can play them anywhere, or even get another Door to Our Dreams or some other level 1 to be able to attack with later and go ahead and have that stuff sitting in the back to be able to swing. With the level 2s, granted the level 2 for the blue for Sunshine set pulled it out as well, and if you it costs more stock, but you're able to basically do the same thing, just it costs more stock in the long run, but you could pull out bigger characters. You can pull out much bigger characters. With the Hunkers, I can only pull out level 1s. For hers, it was like I think it was Marie, for the blue, you could pull out level 2 and lower. So, sorry, I just end up preaching there, but no, I can agree with you on that blue is strong, and I could see that doing a thing. But, Brother Matt.
Mono red, hands down. I mean, you could throw some yellow into that red and be dirty, but I like to throw yellow into red. The yakisoba. That yakisoba event.
He is on that yakisoba event, something hard.
That thing was pretty nasty.
As someone who likes to throw damage at people, just
book bags, backpacks, whatever.
I love to throw backpacks, but I still can't get over the fact that you can punch someone in the face for 5 on their turn.
On their, let's say,
I'm sorry, you're at 3-2. Okay, cool. Just sit there and like look at a hand.
Just wait till you
look
see
at a handful of them and be like, yeah, okay.
They're at 3-1 and they clock themselves just to be able to. I was like, yeah, I know this is bad to be clocking at level 3, but YOLO, right? Yeah, sure, YOLO. Go ahead. How many climaxes do you have in waiting room? Gotcha. Okay, go. No, go ahead. Just play.
I'm throwing.
I can just see that
That
happening.
is so dirty. Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked over doing something like that.
It's a common too. Okay?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It definitely will happen.
It's gonna happen
I'll
at
be
the
the asshole that'll do it.
There you go.
Eat it, motherfucker.
There was just on a turn thing, on opponent's turn type thing. I've seen him win before. There was a Nico that
Top Otaku, Idol Otaku Nico.
Yeah, it was from like one of the earlier sets. But if the battle opponent became reversed, you could pay the cost and clock shoot that character. So
you clock shot someone on their turn.
Yep.
Oh, that adds insult to injury.
It really does.
Clock shoot like fucking haunts my nightmares. So
That's
to get
funny.
clock shot
That
on
is
your
so
own
funny.
turn is just fucking awful.
That's funny as fuck.
It'd be great though.
But yeah, throwing the 5
time,
damage.
next time you play that Nico deck and you hit that, please call me over there so I can see it.
I have it in my
It'd be bad if you're the one who's playing though when it happens.
I still get to see it. It'd be awesome.
I have it in my actual just Nico deck. It was part of a first year, third year deck I had a while back.
Well,
That's what I'm saying, next time you play the Nico deck against somebody and you get ready to pull that off.
And you clock shoot on their turn. Is what he's saying.
No,
Please
it doesn't
let
happen.
me see that.
But it only happened because people didn't.
People don't RTFC it.
Yes.
And that's the problem.
And it's just like, alright, GG, I win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Alright, so.
But in between that, heal/burn/salvage all on the same card, and the yakisoba.
And she's a double rare, so yay for.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that I'm actually gonna end up building this deck, but if I attempted to do so,
I mean, between.
Oh my god.
Between the 3 of us right here, we'll probably be picking up the.
You're right.
Booster packs, probably boxes if you want to do like we did for the DX2 Volume 2. I'm just saying.
Yes.
That though is one of the best level 3s I've ever seen in Red. This is an opinion.
You've seen unnerfed the one Marika.
Well, Mariko
that was aggravating.
Mariko was never made great again, so we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about English format here.
Yeah. But anywho, anything else you want to say real quick, just right before we close?
That's true. We're getting a little long on this one.
That's fine. Anything else? You good? Also, shout outs to Kyle for these awesome cups. I'll take a picture and post. All right. Thank y'all very much for listening.
Yeah, guys, get ready for it. It's coming, and when it hits our shores, it's gonna get played.
Are you talking about Abyssals, or are we back to Love Life here? You said when it hits our shores, so I thought shit.
I was going to make that reference too.
Let's not even talk about Abyssals. Abyssals
privilege.
come over, yeah.
There we go.
It's more about privilege.
But thank y'all very much. This is Kool-Aid.
Mr. Schmo.
Damn. 8 Ball.
Matt Brower. I like how you can't get your name right at the same time twice.
I've been on this podcast for what?
Are you sitting there? Okay, the only thing I can see him screwing up on it is it's written on his computer and he's trying to read it, and then that's where he fucks up at saying it. But no.
No, he's just watching porn, so whatever.
I have been on here for 11 podcasts. So I'm just.
It's whatever.
Alright,
but thank y'all very much. Peace out for now.
Bye.
Sayonara.
Alright, guys.